totally flashback to my youth. One more ride for John. Sadly, guys, a moment of silence for my good friend John Tylowski. He was a merchant marine who was a benefactor of the museum here, unfortunately passed away a couple weeks ago. Sadly, my other friend Mark Underwood, another collector, passed away. So both collections have been trusted to Junior and I and Billy and the team to resell and find new homes for. Some of the bikes are on display in the museum here. This is one of John's prized possessions. This is probably the nicest original Honda XR75 well, not probably, this is the nicest original Honda XR75 we've ever had at the museum. This is an original, unretouched machine with very low hours on it. It has the original tires on it, the original fenders, the original upholstery on the seat, the original paint on the gas tank, the engine's original. The only item I found on this bike to be not original is, of course, and obviously, a period correct upgrade, which is the hooker header. It has just a real nostalgic time capsule feel. Listening to this thing run and idle. The engine is mechanically excellent. The bike is cosmetically excellent, and it's all original. They're only original once. So when we got the bike in, it was given a thorough rotisserie detail and steam cleaning, top to bottom. The chrome in the wheels was polished. The chrome in the forks was polished. The tank was given Carnauba paste wax. Rotisserie detail is basically from the top to bottom. Every square inch of it was cleaned and preserved. This is given a preservation service. That means we left the original fit and finish as it was. Then it went down to the service department and was given a full wizard tune. The tank was cleaned on the inside. The petcock was cleaned and rebuilt. The carburetor was cleaned and rebuilt. The airbox was cleaned. A new air filter was installed. The oil was changed. The jets were gone through on the carb. The bike is absolutely fantastic. Basically a priceless, irreplaceable, classic antique mini bike that you're just not going to find another one original like this. I've seen tons of restored ones. The restorations on these bikes, on XR75, there was a few guys doing them on eBay. It was $5,000 plus parts. They stopped advertising it because, well, that was a few years back. It's gone up because they're backed up. You can't. Most of the shops that do this have, like us, 169 bikes, literally 169 bikes waiting to get done. We just did
genuine
inventory
parts
yesterday.
aren't available. There's China reproduction bodywork.
Yeah, you'll have China parts on it. It will not be a Japanese motorcycle anymore. This is 100% Japanese original Honda, and it's in fantastic shape. This would have been here, well, forever, as long as John was alive. His family is not into motorcycles. He was the only one in his family who was into these bikes. If we had the budget here or a benefactor to buy it, we would have loved to have kept it, but unfortunately, it can't stay. They need the money for obvious reasons. John passed away, so it's up for grabs. Billy had pointed out some of the cool things that you never see on these bikes. Look at the back of the number plate. It's the original factory number plate with the original factory tool mount right here, which would have a spark plug wrench in there. Just a phenomenal piece. Junior, you want to add anything about this classic?
Yeah, this is all original bodywork. The levers are intact, even the rubber bits at the end here. Complete unobtainium to find in this condition, really unmessed with, and it runs perfectly. It doesn't burn oil excessively or anything like that. To find these fenders, it's a 74 model. This is the first XR-styled XR75, second-year bike. And the 73 was sort of an SL70 design. The tank was like round and sort of ugly. This is, in my opinion, the holy grail of XR75s, and it's completely sorted and investment grade. Original tires on it. Look at this. This is there's no doubt with this bike at all.
If you look at the rear quarter profile from back here, like Junior said, I believe this to be the epitome, basically the essence a vintage motorcycle. It looks like a mini shrunk down Elsinore 125. The fit and finish is very similar, except for this will run forever, or the Elsinores, you got to rebuild the motor every 10 hours. And when I say forever, there are kids that would ride these 8 hours a day, tank after tank after tank, without changing the oil, and most of them got destroyed. So to find one that's been owned by a careful collector like John and preserved in the museum here on display in a climate control environment, well, I don't think there's another one for sale anywhere in the world today, this original or this nice.
Every time I walk by this bike in the museum, I thought to myself, this was every kid's dream bike this year, in this particular year. You know, look at that hooker header. I mean, this is the bike that everybody lusted after. This is it, and it's still in perfect condition. I was looking at the side cover, this number plate side cover, it's steel. This is steel. I mean, that's OEM original. You cannot find those anywhere.
Marvel's Motors makes a reproduction. I believe they were selling for around 150, and now they're no longer available. But side covers like that are complete. Look on eBay right now. Yeah. If you can find a set like that under $500, that's the original sticker, guys.
Yeah,
come on.
I know. So you want to know where the placement is of the sticker on this bike if you're doing a restoration? Look at this exact motorcycle, and you'll see exactly.
That's a good point.
The factory put this sticker.
That's a good point Billy brings up, because they're only original once, and a lot of times people will put decals the way they want it, but this is the way it's supposed to be right here. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. These bikes, when we were kids, we couldn't afford one of these, so my dad bought a lawnmower-powered mini bike for us that he'd have to put it up against a wall to start it, because as soon as you pulled the throttle, it would start taking off, you know? And this is what the lucky kids had. This is what the kids who had the best childhoods had, or at least from the outside looking in, it looked like that. And I hope it goes to a good home. This would look great sitting in the museum or in your private collection or in your office, or if you want to take it out and run it in the pits and use it as a pit bike at NHRA or motocross. I couldn't think of a better pit bike than this to putt around on.
The only problem is that people will be chasing you around trying to buy it out from under you.
Is it for sale? Is it for sale?
Yeah. If you go to Mid-Ohio with this, do yourself a huge favor and get a poster board and put it on the front number plate that says "not for sale," because every time you stop, you would be getting attacked, basically. Original, everything on this bike, right down to the tires. So
we can ship it inexpensively. Message your zip code for a shipping quote. Call the shop with any questions. 860-454-7024.
It's going back in the museum. Bid high, bid often, folks, because you're not going to find a nicer original. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.